might remember, a few weeks ago I made a passing reference to an outbreak of C. difficile in Burlington Hospital.
In 1848, around 2,000 people a week died in a cholera epidemic that swept through London. This past fall, we had a C. difficile epidemic in our Burlington Hospital. It killed at least 64 people. There's currently an investigation into quarantine and hygiene protocols at this hospital, and whatever role the government may have had in the standards being so lax.
Well, there have been a few updates since then. Not only has it turned out that there were more than 260 deaths across a few Ontario hospitals, but our government knew about it and did nothing. Absolutely nothing. And this was for years. They refused to report to the public. They refused to update hygiene and quarantine at the hospital. Zip. Actually, that's not entirely fair. They did initiate yet another multi-million-dollar pointless study. This went into hand-washing techniques. You have no idea how much I wish I was making that up. Not surprisingly, pretty much everyone outside the Ontario Liberal Party is royally pissed about this. Premier Dalton McGuinty and Health Minister George Smitherman have taken this apathy even further by refusing to call an investigation or inquiry into this mess, falsely claiming that such investigations are already taking place. This is particularly interesting given, as others have pointed out, McGuinty was a few years ago hell-bent on getting an inquiry called into the Walkerton tainted water scandal, which was a thorn in the previous government's side from day one. In case you're wondering, the Walkerton incident was responsible for 7 deaths. That's very interesting. 7 deaths from conservative mismanagement warrants an inquiry, but 200 deaths from liberal negligence doesn't. It's for reasons like this that I seriously despise our current government. Because governments of all kinds are supposed to serve the public, but especially when it comes to health, this one doesn't give a rat's ass about the public, and it shows. They sue the parents of autistic children, they refuse to improve the appalling conditions in our nursing homes, and when 200 people die in their hospitals, they just sit back and do fuck all about it. To be blunt, if the government won't investigate something this bone-chilling happening under their watch, then maybe the police should. I, for one, would like to see some of these slimeballs charged with criminal negligence causing death. Enough said.